You gotta have 4 arms.
I know. I know.
And 6 eyes to be Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
Yeah, this looks, I don't know, man. He looks like he's on some gear.
That guy is defo on peds.
Yeah, I think he is on the PEDs, man, because this doesn't look right, man. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like there's
After being hit with cheating allegations, Terence Crawford fired back hard at Floyd Mayweather, insisting that Floyd simply cannot stand the idea of anyone surpassing him. In Crawford's view, Mayweather isn't questioning the fights based on evidence. He's bitter that another fighter is receiving the praise Floyd once enjoyed. Crawford pointed to his Canelo victory. Despite Canelo having taken punches from bigger men like Golovkin and Kovalev without injury, Crawford moved up from lighter divisions, beat him, and left him needing surgery. That unexpected result is exactly what Mayweather still fixates on.
It's unfortunate, but I don't want to hear it. Breaking news, Canelo Alvarez has undergone elbow surgery after him getting beaten by Terence "Bud" Crawford. But no excuse, alright?
Mayweather also brought up Crawford's gloves, claiming there's always something off. He referenced Crawford's fight with David Avanesian, where the gloves split and exposed padding. The referee stopped the action, the commission inspected, then allowed it to continue. Shortly after, Crawford knocked Avanesian out cold. Floyd argued that the situation seemed shady, noting that Crawford had the hometown advantage in Nebraska. Avanesian himself never let it go, claiming it left a bad memory and reinforced Crawford's protected status.
Commenting, talking about, yeah, Terence Crawford dirt. He's dirty. He's on that snack. He's on that...
Now, with Canelo injured and needing surgery, those doubts have resurfaced. Fans are questioning how a naturally smaller man could accomplish what Canelo's past opponents could not. Crawford pushed back, calling it ego-driven. He says Floyd simply hates seeing someone else take the spotlight and receive recognition as one of the sport's best.
It's who has absorbed the bigger shots in the weight division. And it was good. It was a very good point. It was like Canelo has been hit by light heavyweights and super middleweights for the best part of a decade.
Basically.
He's so used to taking those shots, whereas Crawford hasn't. Crawford's been hit by 140 guys and 147 guys for the best part of a decade.
In a recent TMZ Sports interview, Mayweather offered a measured, professional response to Crawford's win. "It's good for boxing. It was exciting. The best man won." While Floyd rarely compliments without framing it carefully, this acknowledgement suggested he understood Crawford's performance wasn't luck. He beat one of the sport's biggest names, leaving no room for doubt, at least for a few days.
Ready? Let's go. All right, guys. Canelo, choose one, please. Guys, we gotta go. We don't. Can you elaborate on why Crawford is better than Mayweather? Just a little bit of detail.
Oh, he can swing. He's very smart guy.
When asked about Canelo's age, Floyd hinted at some uncertainty. "Oh, I don't know. Boxing is a lot of wear and tear on the body. Maybe so. I'm not really sure," he said, regarding whether Canelo, at 35, was past his prime.
Little bit of Jay Reed energy. Was this the reason that Terence "Bud" Crawford whooped Canelo pillar to post, post to pillar? Was Canelo breaking down? Is his body deteriorating? 50-plus fights, 50-plus training camps, not even talking about his amateur fights, not talking about the fights that he fought in Mexico up there in local bars.
While not a direct critique, Mayweather's comments suggested that the Canelo Crawford faced might not have been at his absolute peak. Legends understand the sport's toll, and even a subtle acknowledgement of age could diminish the perception of Crawford's achievement.
Right now in the sport, that's supposed to be the man, you know, big bad wolf. You beat him, you the wolf. Now it's like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, who else I'm gonna fight? You beat the shark, you beat the wolf. Right. Damn. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't no more ops out there. It's ops out there, but who gonna make them really want to get up?
Makes sense.
As fans celebrated Crawford's win, insiders raised questions about his next moves and potential impact on his legacy. Hall of Fame trainer Ronnie Shields, known for his candidness, stressed that Crawford must face the top contenders to cement his place in history. Shields named fighters like David Benavidez, Christian and Billy, and Osley Zaglacius challengers Crawford would need to overcome to solidify his legendary status.
Surgery on his shoulder and will be returning back to Riyadh season mid-late 2026. That means the man is not retiring.
A 2-pack of ass. That shit stinks.
A little bit of
You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
little bit of Jay Reed energy. Was this the reason that Terence Bud Crawford whooped Canelo?
Shields warned that avoiding these fights would cast doubt on Crawford's greatness. Historical champions never abandoned divisions to dodge danger. He suggested Crawford might move back to middleweight for a 6th world title, but stressed that while another belt may look impressive, avoiding risk undermines what defines a true legend. Real greatness, Shields said, thrives on challenge, not comfort.
For the fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. GOAT. Greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches. Not just me, Saul Red, Bernie, Chad.
Speculation continues about Crawford's next step. On the 3 Knockdown Rule podcast, Mario Lopez floated the idea of Crawford moving up to middleweight to challenge someone like Janbek Alam Kanoli. If Crawford claimed the remaining belts and became undisputed at a new weight, it would etch his name in golden letters. Legacy, Shields, and Lopez agree, isn't built by staying comfortable. It's forged in risk.
Honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe.
This conversation inevitably ties back to Floyd Mayweather. Crawford had always expressed respect for Floyd, praising him as one of the greatest ever. On the September 18th episode of the 4th and 1 podcast with Cam Newton, Crawford said, "I have nothing but the utmost respect for Mayweather. I would never compare myself to Mayweather. He's the greatest of his era, and I'm the greatest of mine." He never sought to overshadow Floyd or create a rivalry for headlines.
Like Floyd's career, like him coming up in the era that he came up in, he had all them champions that he was able to fight. And that's what led him to be so great, you know, because he fought the most champions, beat the most champions, you know, got the most money for beating the most champions.
But everything changed once Floyd began publicly taking jabs at Crawford. Now, Crawford feels the heat because he might be on the path to becoming the greatest. Boxing historian Jiren Andis listed his personal Mount Rushmore: Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones Jr., Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, and James Toney. Crawford wasn't included, not out of disrespect, but because he represents a new generation that Andis had not yet factored into his all-time view.
Became a fight where Crawford made it where Canelo, to have any chance, he had to go get close. So he had to go through a bad neighborhood.
Yep.
And Crawford mugged him. It's that simple. He had to go through a bad neighborhood to get anything done, to get to the place that something was going to be done good.
Yeah.
And he got mugged going through that neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Well, if I think about
Mayweather also avoided commenting on a potential fight with Crawford, saying he was focused on his own 154 lb debut. Yet the subtext is clear. Crawford looms large, capable of challenging any era-defining fighter. His evolution through weight classes has been rapid. After dominating at super welterweight, he captured a super middleweight title against Canelo, accelerating his legacy and outgrowing the division in terms of accomplishment.
You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm going to let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right, okay? First, he worked behind the jab, people. Boxing 101.
Crawford's next challenge could determine whether he remains a historical footnote or ascends to true all-time greatness. A victory over a fighter like David Benavidez would elevate him into a rare echelon of athletes who have dominated multiple elite weight classes.
Hear me out here, Kamaru. Terence Crawford is the Mexican monster, David Benavidez.
I knew it was coming.
He was the mandatory for Canelo.
Oh
Canelo.
my God.
Relax.
What's up? The scariest guy in the division.
Not in the division.
He said he could still make the 68 pounds. The reason why he was up because nobody wants to fight him.
Big dude. And to be honest, Terence Crawford's 37 years old.
It's about merit. I get to the generational talent.